Hello. So, I thought it would be a good day to do a love reading. I just did the General Collective Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine a couple days ago. And, you know, just in the spirit of encouraging communal love. Okay. Love all around on a personal level, on a communal level, on a worldwide level, all of the above. Okay. So, some stuff flew out. I'm going to take all three. Yeah, okay. So here's Eight of Swords in the reverse, meaning there's no. I feel like the world might be ready. I don't know why I'm hearing what. I can't sing. Okay, so excuse me. Cover your eardrums if you want to hear your grandbabies cry. Okay, but you know that song that's like, "What the world needs now is love, sweet love." Yeah, that song is coming to mind. And then we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, both in the reverse, meaning there's not gonna be like, if this offer is coming, right? If this is going to be something that we're collectively going to accept as a unified thought process for this planet in particular, I feel like there's gonna need to be like no hesitation. No hesitation. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. He's in reverse. Like, you can't be slow about this. Okay. Pick it up a notch, okay? Because like this is the King of Swords in the reverse, which can sometimes mean like gossip or difficult information to digest, but that's what it is. It's difficult information to digest because it's not slow moving at all. And on top of that, it's not even emotionally like constricting. If you know what I'm talking about, there's a real tranquil feel about all of this. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck though. You like the moon. So not so secretly anymore, but there's gonna be love moving rather quickly. This is like unconditional, unfettered, untainted. Like it's like really kind of. I feel like there's an opportunity, a window of opportunity. You see these two pillars, and actually these two women are like holding their hands out, over the moon, protecting it. It's the moment of reckoning. It's reckoning of love, right? So secretly, publicly, however you're gonna do it, let it out. Or, experience it, whatever that means to you. Um, yeah, this is interesting. Okay. This is strength in the reverse, meaning this number 44 in the reverse, with number 41 in the reverse, unexpected visitors. So somebody is like not really very, like someone's not visiting. Someone's like there to stay. There's like something about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like a tranquil, um, it's a sense of like permanence to a certain degree. It's love of self. And if each individual was to experience that fully and completely, and then completely immerse themselves in themselves, that would be a wholesome state of mind. And I'm do as I say, not as I do, because I'm not at by a long shot. Like, I'm definitely a work in progress. Okay. However, this just means the opportunity's there. That these moments of clarity that give you choices to continue to progress forward. Yeah, look, this is metamorphosis in the reverse. So you don't need to be scared about the change. You don't need to be worried about the shift. You don't need to be concerned about the magnitude of whatever it is that you're feeling kind of coming into, I want to say port. Yeah, look, this is making a choice. I was just talking about having to make a decision. It's a crossroads. It's a crossroads. You're gonna have to choose left or right. Then you can go vertical, but until you choose left or right, then you're kind of just stuck at the corner of you know, I don't know, the intersection of who, what, when, where, why, and how. You know, it's that kind of that thing. It's like, don't get stuck on the details or the semantics of it. Let it unfold by itself and just observe it. It's probably the most yeah, look, heal the ouch is right here with making a choice. Look, it's almost like you don't even have a choice. You're gonna have to heal. Go heal yourself. Oh, I'm hearing Go Love Yourself by Justin Bieber. And I don't mean that song sounds kind of harsh sometimes, but I don't mean it like that. I just mean like the loving of self is going to be so intense that you can't even almost help it. You're just going to love everyone else too. Just on accident. It's like my cup is so full of love that I'm just going to slosh all over the place. You understand what I'm saying? It's like that. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling. It's actually really lovely. It's very lovely energy. Yeah, look. Number 18 in the upright, this is Magic Stream. So remember I was just saying your cup overfloweth to the point where you're just like slosh, slosh, slosh. Okay. Out of midair is a waterfall. So, instead of chasing other people's waterfall, enjoy your own. Like stand in it. Feel yeah, look, just enjoy the ride. Literally. They're on a wave. So it's like if you were in paradise, if you're on the beach somewhere, and yeah, this could be like more theoretical for you really serious tarot buffs, but emotionally speaking, wave after wave of emotion, you can feel waves of a lot of different sensations, quite honestly. But this one, I think you're supposed to just enjoy. You're supposed to enjoy this one. You're supposed to just sit back. It's like being in one of those theaters that have the reclining seats in them. Yeah, it's like that. You're not supposed to be like yelling at the screen, getting all hyped up and your blood pressure up and whatever, right? You're supposed to be enjoying the actual flick that you're watching. That's the point of the really relaxing chair, is for you to have this feeling of like immersion, okay? It's immersion. It's being completely dipped or delved into a specific area of your life all by yourself. That's what I'm saying. This is a love reading, yes, but I'm talking about first and foremost. We'll get to the part with someone else in a moment. I do have the sexual deck right here, so give it a moment. However, this is the part where we're prefacing. This is the part about being healthy, being alone by yourself in your own energy, and being solid in that. The moon is actually the the force that pulls on the water and makes waves, creates the ebb and flow of a tide, right? So if you can sit with yourself and understand your emotions, understand the waves of love, the waves of anger, the waves of euphoria, the waves of discomfort, whatever you're experiencing, that is part of figuring yourself out to the point where you could actually be stable enough to enjoy the relationship. So yeah. Building. There's a real sense of something not needing to change in order for you to enjoy exactly what it is. So we were just talking about, sitting back enjoying the movie, right? This is an example. The relationship that you have with someone doesn't have to change just because your emotions are like more tranquil. Like once the honeymoon, look, we'll just go with the moon motif, okay? um Once the honeymoon phase is over, then this is the emotions that just naturally come out of nowhere towards each other, right? And then this is you both being able to ride those emotions together in unison with a spirit guide or two in tow. But I'm just trying to say that that's what this is. Nothing needs to change. I don't know if you've ever read Metamorphosis by, I think it's Frank Kafka or Voltaire. I can't remember which one. I think never mind. It might, I don't know, I remember. It's one or the other. It's either Frank Kafka, I think it's Kafka. Metamorphosis. I think that's the one with the roach. But there's also Voltaire. Anyway, long story short, that's the point. These flamingos typically stand in, the shallow water, in the shallows. I don't know if you've ever heard that song, A Star is Born. If you're a star, you're a star. You don't really need to be born again. It's like stepping into a new life, but that life is just a different pace. If we're going to talk about streams, we could talk about streaming a movie, streaming a video, StreamYard, how quickly something is able to upload or to buffer. That's what this is. It's the speed of your connection with somebody else and with yourself, which is what keeps you from needing to change or feeling like you have to force change in order for something to be okay. If you feel like you need to change somebody in order for you to be with them, you probably don't need to be with them. I mean, there's certain stuff that, yeah, you got to get on the same page about, but then the actual personality of the person that you're with or the way that y'all exist around each other shouldn't need to change all that much. It should just be easy. That's literally what I was about to say. It should just be easy. Yo, that's crazy. This is the love read. And the very, very first card out of this deck is love in the upright with the star card. And we were just talking about how, like, you don't really have to be reborn. A Star is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, I think it is. It's actually really sad. But that's what I'm saying, is that there's a fine line between love and hate. And so you got to kind of commit to being on the loving side of things rather than the hateful side of things. Okay? Choose to do this instead of that. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm going to leave love at the top of the reading because that was just really beautiful the way it just popped out and really wanted to be seen. I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to leave the star because the rest of these are, nothing especial in the deck. Okay. So let me get 3 cards for each of these piles. Metamorphosis and 8 of Swords in the reverse, please. This is number 25. And the 8 of Swords. New moon. Oh my God. I just need you to see this. That the moon is here, that there's the new moon. And we were just talking about how, like, there's a reset on the way. I just started this new deck. This was the very first card out of it. Love and then the new moon. To not just say there's an energy of serious, like, it's almost an intimidating amount of love that's about to saturate somebody or some people's lives. It's a serious amount of affection. And I feel like I'm not talking about necessarily like physical. I'm talking about every love language that there is, whatever kind of moon cycle we're at, like Mercury retrograde, pre-grade, top grade, last grade, whatever, downgrade, upgrade, all that. Okay. Boom. There's the truth. This is supposed to be a magical a stream. I'm telling you, there's something I don't know why, but I'm just seeing like someone get completely drenched by something. Yeah. It's like getting a bucket of, like, if someone won the Super Bowl and they threw all the Punch Bowl social like on them, right? That's what this is. This isn't difficult information. It's so much information all at one time, that being able to stream it, download it, comprehend, decipher, translate, all that, it's truthfully just so much that you're like, it's like an overwhelming amount of love. And it's astounding. I think there's something about being really shocked by the way that you are going to react to this. I think whoever is receiving this is reacting in a yeah, look, cleansing. Yeah, look, this new moon is bringing in this truthful, like a space for you to clean out the old and bring in the new. Okay? It's something that you get to do by yourself or with somebody else once you've mastered that love key, right? Or it's not even really a key, it's just like the message, the alignment, the vibration, the message, all of the above, like end of strife, right? That's what we're waiting for. So I think that just about covers that portion of it. If you are not 18 years of age, please click off at this time. I am switching decks to the romantic deck, which has a whole bunch of really naked and appropriate people on it. So we're just gonna take a little peek. So for those of you who are in a relationship, or who want to be in a relationship, or who are about to be in a relationship, this one's for you. Let me see what the general energy is for the love coming in. What type of love can the general collective who is involved with somebody expect? Okay, so we've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, this is actually really interesting because in most decks, the Nine of Pentacles is a very happy card. It's right below the Ten of Pentacles, which is the highest, most happiest, most observant, tapped in tune kind of card in the deck, and the Rider Waite at least. In this specific deck, I'm going to show you the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, this man is literally cutting a tendril of her hair off while she's sleeping. I told you there's a saturation of something. It's almost like, you know how someone can smell really good, or someone can like, they have a lot of makeup on but they look really like pristine, like they look airbrushed almost, or something like, it's so, I mean, this is like the level of candy in Willy Wonka's shop. Okay, that's the level of love you're about to get poured onto you, is like that, right? That's the idea here, but you don't want to go too far with it. So the obsession portion right here is not there, which is actually a good thing. I feel like someone has like almost just, I don't even know how to explain it, taken very careful steps to cut out. It's almost, I'm just seeing cut out dolls, like paper dolls. I don't know why, but I'm just seeing someone cutting out paper dolls, and like, or like having a kink to the point where they want to be in a relationship with a doll. Like, have you ever seen My Strange Addiction? That would be like this energy in the upright. It's obsessive, right? That's not the energy that is going on here. That kind of obsessive love is not healthy. So just keep that in mind. This kind of love is the kind where you're taking the time to really prune the garden, really get every tiny little weed before it ever creates a root system beneath the surface. It's being nitpicky enough that you can set a standard, or you teach somebody how to treat you because you treat yourself well enough to reflect that, or it's vice versa, and you'll know the difference. That's what's coming out with this new moon energy, though. The new moon energy is not obsessive, it's not secret, it's just very particular, and intentional. I don't know why I'm seeing cruel intentions. I don't think that has anything to do with this, but maybe. Yeah, that level of obsession. That is not what we're going for here. Instead of cruel intentions, think of encouraging intentions. That's the difference. Or it could be like, no intention, just love. I don't know. You'll know how that applies to you, but that's the feeling I'm getting here. There could have been some of that before. This solitude card right here kind of also implies that somebody was like cutting people off in order to make room for this to come in. Sometimes you have to close a door or two in order to open a couple more. We got the Three of Swords in the upright, which in this particular deck is because they're being watched. And this is the woman and her lover, but then look at there's like almost a nun looking person in the back. I don't know if she's got a habit on. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's like peeking in at them like being voyeuristic and gross. Like, that's disgusting. Mind your business. Right? So you don't want to be obsessive to the point where you're paying attention to other people or your partner too much. Have something for yourself to do. This is number 9 and number 3, by the way. And then we've got the King of Wands in the upright here with the cleansing. This is the union of the lovers. This is very fiery king. Um, they're in yellow. They're standing. I mean, it's like literally. This is like they're really excited to see each other, so they run and hug. That's the energy. It's like the excitement that you get to have for this love that's coming in is something kind of like, that's what I was saying, is I don't know that the word pure is correct. This is post, I want to say this embrace right here, the love that they've got between the two of them. This is after the honeymoon period has already kind of worn off a little bit. So if you can still feel that excited to see somebody, or look forward to your spouse or your partner coming home from work, or going out on a date, or like, if you still are that excited, I think you should hold on to it. You might get hurt. That's always a freaking option. So why would you let that hold you from at least trying? Just try. I mean, like, just try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Here's the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is not building anything, right? That's what I'm saying. If it's not going to work, it's not going to work. You don't need to try to build something, and you don't need to not try to build something. Just go with this excitement. Go with this. I feel like this is really innocent. This is very like, this is two adults that have been dating for like a year or two, right? And they still get like kind of giddy when they get to see each other. How do you make your relationship like this? That's the saturated type of love that you do want to feel, where it doesn't have to be, this isn't really, I mean, yes, they're naked, but they're also cloaked. So I do want to say, like, I want to say they're naked in each other's eyes, but cloaked to the rest of the world. So probably like clothed to everyone else, right? But this is like this is keeping the bubbles, the butterflies, that teenage puppy love type feeling. That's keeping that alive somehow. But the King of Wands knows how to do it. Like, I mean, King of Wands is usually an Aries, Leo, Sag, and they're the most actionist, takenist, kingist uh, males represented in this deck. Sorry, there was a couple cards that were flipped. So that's all I'm saying. This king knows what he wants, and he knows where and why and how and and blah blah that he's gonna get it. End of story. What did I just say about this Leo, Sag, Aries person? There's the Emperor. Blam! Just right there. He actually has one muse, like one fountain of water is right there, and he's just staring at his muse, enjoying himself, honestly. He enjoys his own company. That's what I'm trying to say. You should enjoy your own company enough to the point where this emperor loves his solitude secretly, but also loves his woman secretly. Like, all in the same sentence. So this is a really nice place to stop because the devil is here at the bottom of the deck, upside down. We don't really want to hear from Tumnus today. Okay. But we are you know, the rest of this, the devil coming out in the reverse with love in the upright as the first card out of the Amun Ra deck. I just think that's a like really nice juxtaposition.